What's up guys, welcome back. Goku Namek Saga Super Saiyan. So it's kind of an older style. I've drawn it before, I think from like his back view, looking over his shoulder. So I'm going to try and draw him just like looking forward. So it's like that, what would you say? Is it 80s this was out or early 90s? I don't even know. But let's give it a go. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause. If I go too fast, face in here pretty small. So zoom in. We start with the W in the middle of the Dragonball eyes. I call it W, but it's kind of like just two bumps, sort of. It's like a double frown sort of a thing. Like this. Looks like a W, or like the top of a pitchfork. Eyebrows come out from there. So we'll go like a check mark. Like a long one. Like out that way. Right, and then he has a sort of a flat end to the eyebrow. And then it comes back down. The variation in Dragon Ball eyebrows is quite large, actually. So like some people would add like a longer spike and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of up to you. Depends on what you like. Right, same on the other side. A lot of this will be covered with hair anyway on this side. So he's got like a big spike over here. So, you know, don't worry if it's not exactly the same. Square end. And gets thinner down to the front. Dragon Ball eyes. So again, we have a small line, a long line, right? This one goes like diagonal. You know, compared to the eyebrow, this one goes in, but this one goes like perpendicular, which means like there's like a 90-degree angle in there. Like it's straight out from it. And then we curve together. Okay. Then eyes. Like the green part of the eye, looking up. He looks real serious in this. Right, so same thing over here. So a small line. Just coming perpendicular, that means like straight out. And then a diagonal one. This way. Right, so it's coming like down from there. Okay, and then join them together with a curved line. And then again, eyelid or iris. Looking real angry. Green part of his eye just underneath there. Then we have the cheek marks. So these little sort of hatching lines underneath. Characteristic Dragon Ball type. And then the nose. So very basic. Left of center, right? It's not like bang in the middle. You just go a little bit like underneath this bump of his eyebrow. Curves that way. And it's kind of like a little fishing hook. Kind of like that, you know. And they usually draw in the shadow on this side, or like the bridge of the nose on the other side. Like that. A little triangle just on that side of his nose. So his mouth real close to the nose, right? And he's like grumpy Goku. So it's very flat. Sometimes people like to leave it like that, but in this one, curves down both sides, which makes him look very intense and serious. And then they just do a little sort of line down here for his bottom lip. Some people Sometimes they do like 2 or 3, but there's only one there I can see, I think. Oh, and like his forehead kind of has lines on it as well. Okay, and that's like the features of the face Dragon Ball, right? Most Dragon Ball characters' faces look like this. And we just go down and do the face shape. It's like a wine glass sort of shape, right? So we got his chin. Right, it's kind of an angled wine glass now. It goes out and up. It's very sharp jaw. So it goes, you're aiming sort of for the corner of his eye here, and maybe like across from the mouth or nose. Okay, so kind of like here and like just underneath the corner of the eye. Do kind of the same thing over here. Looks like a kind of a wider face than modern Dragon Ball even. Because it goes like pretty far out this way. Okay. Now the rest is like hair spikes, and we can see some of his ears, but we'll just get like hair spikes in. Now it's kind of like a looser style. It's not like strict. I think this is a manga drawn actually, looking at it now. Right, so he's kind of like 2 loose ones there. A little hairline that way. And then one coming down across the eyebrow. Sort of back up here. And we'll go down there. Back up and in. And then the next one here goes back up and in again. And then we can just see like his ears under this, right? So it's like kind of in line with these cheek marks, I think the earlobes are. So just a little earlobe there. The other one, can't really see it under there, but if I was to put an ear in, I'll go, they kind of do stick out quite far, Dragon Ball ears. So I'll just do it like that maybe. And this side maybe just comes around that way. And then some like skin lines and stuff inside here. That's just hair. Okay. So the rest of the hair, it's that standard Dragon Ball shape. It goes out like a candle flame. So it comes out wide and then up to there. But of course it's like all spiked. Sometimes people like to sketch in a little, like starting at the neck. They like to like sketch out around as a guide. That's optional if you want to do it. But if not, you just go for it. Like little small spike here. Comes out from behind his neck. So his neck is like coming out from like there, real wide neck. The other one is kind of here. So then the next one. That way. Going up that way. Back in. And like on this side, say we've got, I'll just keep it sort of similar both sides maybe. Well, not exactly. We'll just get the width. Right, so you're kind of the same, similar width on both sides there from his face, right? And then there's another one. Kind of like that. And then there's like one on its own in here. So it's kind of like different to the other hairstyles. It's kind of simpler, kind of. That's it. Like, and then there's like different shades kind of in here. But I'll do that when I'm shading. There's no texture lines on the hair. So we'll go down and add his neck muscles. Do some anatomy now. Starting there. And then the other side of that neck. Adam's apple that way. So these neck muscles that come from your jaw, kind of join your jaw, go into your collarbone, right? But in Goku's, it's the center line for his chest because, you know, he's so muscular. And his body's kind of like a little bit turned away. So the center of his chest isn't right underneath his chin. It's kind of underneath, like the inside of his eye, like just left. And it goes kind of there. And then we got like chest muscles going that way. Right, they kind of like join his shoulder. His chest, in this style, right, his shoulder and his chest muscle are kind of the same muscle, sort of a thing. Right, so it's kind of like his chest comes under this way. Go up and around, right? And then there's, you know, these light sort of muscle fiber lines coming out from the shoulder area. And he's got like a nipple and a nipple there. So his trapezius muscles is like where his neck joins his back, come out from here and join into the shoulder. You could have like some hatching there. So we have an exposed shoulder here and then clothing on this side, right? So we'll do the exposed shoulder. So again, quite big. There. And then this goes into, like the bicep comes down from here. And we just got to do something different. We don't normally do it this way because we haven't drawn this old style, but he has his deltoid joins his chest. So he's like, his shoulder muscle joins the chest muscle, which is kind of interesting, right? So it's kind of like one piece, sort of. And the other one is clothing, right? So, and it's like ripped and torn. So you do this jaggedy sort of line any way you want it. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It's just like ripped and torn blue shirt, basically. Okay, just coming over. There's fabric lines there, and it comes down over his shoulder as well. Okay, and the inside of it, so we're kind of ripped and torn. Coming down here. And the shoulder come out from this side. So we'll just do side body. Right, and then the other shoulder muscle, similar to this, kind of turned around a bit. It's kind of like turned the opposite way, but still similar shape there. Then we have like his side body here, like his abs, his abdominal. No ribs visible, it's just muscle. Right, and his diaphragm. It's kind of the bodybuilder style abs. They have the top diaphragm, and then you see sort of the six-pack style abs then inside. It's kind of different. Okay, so before I get the arms in, I'll just finish his body and then we'll do biceps and forearms and stuff. So say like his orange part. So he's got like a belt. He's pulling his belt. He's tightening it, ready to fight. So he's got like a little ribbon in the center that's tied, and then the orange comes over, right? It's all ripped and torn, and you just do like a random sort of ripped and torn orange. His gi. Okay. And then, so he's pulling the threads. So I guess we should probably do the hands first before we know where the belt goes. But like it has to come out from here anyway, you know. And then his pants sort of just flows down this way. And there's a bit of a belt coming across this, but we can erase stuff if we need to. Fabric lines, just like vertical fabric lines, going that way. And just close everything off there. Okay, basic. So that's blue, that's orange, this is all ripped. So he's pulling this way, so two hands like fists like that at the bottom, but we can see bicep here, right? It's sort of in against his body. And we can see his tricep on this side. Kind of turn differently on the other side, but still see bicep anyway. You can see the inner, yeah, this is more like turned in here, tricep. I'm going to put a vein, because it always looks better when there's a vein on the bicep. And forearm then, so just these like two bumps. Down to there. Do similar on this side. Okay, and then he has the blue wristband, so it just sort of comes around here. And we have, so his hand will be in there, right? So his the blue waistband will go into the hand, sort of his pinky section just here. And it's being pulled this way, right? So that means this side will go maybe down here more, I'd say. So the bottom of it should go down there, and the top down to there, kind of. So, okay, so fists right down here at the bottom of my page. So we can just see, so we'll go 4 knuckles. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then, of course, each of these is a finger, like that. And then the back of the hand sort of comes down this way. And then knuckles for each of these. So 1, 2, 3, pinky one there, and then maybe some like knuckle lines and stuff. We can just see the thumb like holding onto that rag, that sort of belt area down there. And then I think we can see like the palm of his hand a little bit there. And just close this off then. Right, and then we'll go the other side. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down this way. Each of these is a finger, and then knuckles. And then again, that sort of belt is hanging down here. And the thumb is grabbing onto it, you know. Posable thumbs. And then blue waistband. And just close off any sections, you know, that need closing off, like touching, you know, no gaps and stuff. But now, so he's covered in blood and dirt and stuff, so, and scratches and like battle scars and all this, so like scratch him up, basically make him look really rough. As we say in Ireland, Jez, you're looking rough, boy. We're funny people. I must admit. Great comedy, but find humour in anything. Even things you probably shouldn't find humour in. But an Irishman will find the humour. You're looking rough, Goku, boy. You fell down a mine. See, like, not a lot of people will get that joke, but, you know. You look like you've been dragged to a ditch backwards. That's the one we always get. American people are like, this Irish guy's crazy. Yep. We are. We're all like Conor McGregor. Absolutely insane. Anyway, Goku, Super Saiyan, Namek. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.